Good afternoon, kids. How are you all doing? I hope you are all doing good and you all are healthy. So, today we are continuing with our chapter 11, that is measurement. How is your vacations going on? All good? Very good afternoon, all of you. First of all, I wish that you all will stay active in the live chat, right? And how are your vacations going on? All nice? All nice and well? Okay. Let's move ahead now. What we were talking about chapter 11, that is measurement. You all know that we have done till exercise number 6. Today we will continue from exercise 7th. Okay. So before starting exercise 7th, we will do a quick recap of what is measurement, how do we measure thing, why is it important, and what are the units of measurement. Okay. हाउ डू वी डिस्क्राइब आवर वर्ल्ड हम अपनी वर्ल्ड को कैसे डिस्क्राइब करते हैं वी नीड अ कॉमन क्वेश्चन common language to answer fundamental questions like how far it is like how far it is कितनी दूरी पर है ये so we have to answer the same things to different people right there should be a common language between us how heavy it is कितना भारी है ये सामान there should be something common how much does it hold how much does it hold means what is the capacity of the particular object with a standard system shared progress in science commerce and daily life would be possible means there should be a common language or the common system when we are talking about distance length and capacity. First is the distance. Like what is the distance from a particular place to another place? That is known as distance. And we can say length. It is the same thing. When we talk about distance or we talk about length, it is basically the same thing. Second is when we are talking about weight, it should be a common language. It should be a common language so that everyone, no matter at what religion or race they are coming from, they should get the same point of view. So the second is distance. And when third is the capacity. What is the meaning of capacity? Capacity means how much an object can hold और how much a container can hold. एक container में कितना पानी या कितना liquid आ सकता है that is known as the capacity of a particular container. Fine, shall we move ahead? Type yes in the comment box. Okay, when we talk about length, from a pencil to a highway, like when we talk about a particular small thing, pencil or a pen, it also has some length to it, right? When we talk about even a highway, then it has a particular length or a particular distance. So, what does it shows? That from the smallest things that we have around us to the biggest distances we carry, those are all known as length or distance. And the basic unit for measuring the length is meter. The basic unit for length is or for the distance is meter. Second, when we talk about the family of meter, while the meter is the base, we use different units for different scales. First is the kilometer. Kilometer in short can be written as km. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Means 1 kilometer holds 1000 meters. Second is meter, that is the basic unit we use to measure length or distance. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, cm we can say. So centimeter is 1 centimeter is equals to 10 mm. Mm means millimeter. And if I talk about the complete family which we have in our syllabus, then what do we have? Kilo, hecto, deca, base unit, deci, centi, and milli. This is the basic unit or basic structure when we are talking about any kind of measurement. The biggest measurement unit is kilo, whether it is kilometer, kilogram, or kiloliter. This one is the biggest quantity, and milli is the smallest quantity, whether it is milligram, millimeter, or milliliter. Base unit, what is the base unit? Base unit means the basic unit, whether of distance or length. When we talk about distance or length, the basic unit is meter. When we talk about weight, the basic unit is gram. Like how heavy or how light an object is, then the basic unit is gram. And when we talk about capacity, capacity means how much liquid a particular container can hold. एक particular container में कितना liquid आ सकता है, that is known as its capacity. So what is the base unit of the capacity? It is liter. So this is the base units of the measurement table. It goes from kilo, hecto, deca, basic unit, deci, centi, milli. Whether it is liter, gram or meter. Meter for distance, gram for weight and liter for the capacity. Now let's move ahead. When we are going down the stairs means when we are going from bigger to smaller units. Like we are going from kilometers to meters. जब हम kilometers से meter की तरफ आ रहे हैं, we are going down the stairs. What do we have here? How many jumps we will do from kilo to hecto? 1. That is, we will multiply. We use multiplication for this. So there are 3 jumps we have to do when we are moving from kilo to meter or basic unit. So what we will multiply it by? First one 10, then 10, again 10. What does this mean? This means 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10, which is equal to 1000. Means when we move from kilo to basic unit meter, then we multiply the given number to 1000. When we convert 6 kilometer, 200 meters into meters, now we don't have to convert this 200 meters into meters, right? We have already done this. So what we will do? We will convert this 6 kilometer into meter. What did we say? That we have to multiply the number by 1000 to convert it to meter. So 6 kilometer multiplied by 1000 is equal to 6000. Now it is 6000 meters. 6000 meters is here, then the remaining 200 meters should be added here, and the answer will be 6200 meters. And another example is meters to centimeters. When we move from meters to centimeters, now meters is here, right, in the basic unit, and centimeter is here. When we are moving from bigger step to lower step, we are multiplying. But how much will we multiply? This depends on the number of jumps we are going to do. Okay. So how many jumps are here? Here are 2 jumps, 10 and 10. So 10 multiplied by 10 is 100. So while moving from meters to centimeters, we will multiply the given meters to 100 and then we will get the answer, and the remaining centimeters shall be added to it, and we will convert the meters to centimeters. Fine. I'm going through it very quick so that you can understand. Now as we have already done all of it, now the next one is going up the stairs. Going up the stairs means we are moving from smaller units to the bigger units. First example is meters to kilometers. Now earlier what we were doing, earlier we were moving from bigger units to smaller units. Then we were multiplying at each step. Now we are moving from smaller units to bigger units. So what we will do? We will divide. So when we are moving from the basic unit meter to kilometers, we will divide by how much? How many jumps are there? We have already seen 1, 2 and 3. 3 jumps means 3 times 10. 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10, that will be 1000. So we have to divide by 1000. Convert 5284 meters into kilometers and meters. So what we have to do to convert meter to kilometer, we divide by 1000. Okay. Now 5284 divided by 1000. When we divide 5284 by 1000, what do we get? We get the quotient as the kilometer, and whatever remainder we get, that is the basic unit, or that is the smaller unit. Now what is the tip here? The tip is when we are dividing or when we are converting smaller units to bigger, once by dividing, the remainder is always the smaller unit. Means remainder जो भी आपका आएगा वो कैसा होगा? Smaller unit में होगा. Like when we divide by 1000, what is our number? 5284. When we divide it by 1000, so we will do it 5 times, we will get 5000, and the remainder will be 284. So this remainder will be the smaller unit, right? Smaller unit is there, meters. So this is meters, and the question will be the bigger unit that we are converting to, that is kilometers. So we can simply, just by assuming, just by looking at it, we can tell the answer. We don't need even this much process. What we can do, we can simply see here that the last three digits will be our smaller unit or our remainder, and the first digits will be our bigger unit. When we are converting on a different rate, for example, we are converting from centimeter to meter. Okay, for example, I have said that I have 482 centimeter and I have to convert it into meter. Okay, then how many jumps we do have? We know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Now we are going up the stairs. When we are going up the stairs, then we divide. Divide means we have to divide 482 by 100. How many zeros are here? Two zeros. So the last two digits will be our remainder, and the remaining digits will be our question. That means 482 centimeter will be equal to 4 meter 82 centimeter. This is how you solve such type of questions. Let's move ahead. Measuring weight. Now, what does the weight tell us? Weight से हमें क्या पता चलता है? Weight means वजन. That how heavy or how light an object is, that we understand from the given weight. From a grain of rice to an elephant, everything has weight around us, right? Everything around us is matter, everything has weight, whether it is light or heavy. See, when we talk about this particular pen, this is very light, I can take it. But when we talk about another things, like when we talk about tables, benches, those are much heavier than this particular pen. So this is the fact that weight is all around. Doesn't matter it is a grain of rice or an elephant. The basic unit of weight is gram. The basic unit of weight is gram. So what will be the largest unit? Largest unit will be kilogram. Largest unit will be kg, kilogram, and smallest one will be milligram, that is mg. So the objects that are very light in weight, they are measured in mg, that is milligram, and those that are very heavy are measured in kilogram. When we talk about our weight, the weight of humans, then we talk about kg. Okay, let's move ahead. Now what do we have here? The family of the gram. Now of course we have already said that we have the largest unit, that is kg, kilogram, and smallest unit, that is mg, milligram. One, what is the meaning of kilo? Kilo means 1000. So kilogram means the 1000 times of grams. So 1000 grams are equal to 1 kg. I hope I'm clear. Let's move ahead. Next is the measuring capacity. We talked about three things today in measurement. What are these three things? Distance, or we can say length. Second is weight, and third we are talking about is capacity. What is the meaning of capacity? Capacity means the amount of liquid one container can hold. How much a container can hold, it is known as the capacity of that particular container. What is the basic unit of capacity? The basic unit of capacity is liter. Basic unit of capacity is liter. What will be the biggest quantity or biggest unit, or we can say largest quantity when we are talking about capacity? How much a glass can hold, that is known as capacity. If I talk about the biggest capacity unit, then it is kiloliter. Kiloliter is the biggest capacity unit. And smallest, what will be the smallest? Smallest will be ml. Ml refers to milliliter. So the family of the liter, we can compute the amount of liquid in a container by measuring its volume. Kiloliter, liter, and milliliter are given here. When we talk about kiloliter and liter, those are for large amounts of liquids. And when we talk about milliliter, it is the very small amount of units. Like when we talk about medicines and when we talk about eye drops, ear drops, all of these are measured in milliliters. Why? Because those are the smallest units. And when we talk about liter and kiloliter, those are the bigger quantities. When we talk about the capacity of our bottle that we take to school, what is the capacity? The capacities are measured in liter. And when we talk about more bigger quantities like a water tank, how much a water tank can hold, that is sufficient for your street or your area, then we talk about kiloliters. Fine. Let's move ahead. One system, three applications. What is this system called? The system that we are talking about, that we talked about, kilo, hecto, deca, basic unit, deci, centi, milli. What is this system called as? This system is called as metric system. The true power of the metric system is its consistency. Consistency means that the same prefixes, when we talk about kilo, hectodeca, it is not different for weight, different for capacity, and different for distance. No, it is same for all. That is its consistency. The same prefix and the same power of term logic apply whether you are measuring how long something is, how heavy something is, or how much it holds. That is when we know the conversion of वन पर्टिकुलर थिंग. आपको अगर वेट का कन्वर्जन आता है, डिस्टेंस का कन्वर्जन आता है, so you can simply convert the remaining ones also. There is no need to think so much about it because the metric system is very convenient for measuring and for converting from one unit to another unit. The biggest quantity is kilo, basic units are different, and the smallest one is milli. When we talk about the basic unit, then for length it is meter, for weight it is gram, and for capacity it is liter. Now, prefix first is kilo, that means 1000. For length it is kilometer, short as km. Weight it is kilogram or kg. Capacity kiloliter or kl. And when we talk about the base unit, that is meter for length, gram for weight, and liter for capacity. Next is milli. Milli is used for the smallest units. When we talk about the length, it is millimeter, that is mm. When we talk about weight, it is mg, milligram. When we talk about capacity, it is milliliter or ml. Fine. Now, your measurement toolkit. Now, what did we study about? What did we summarize about? The metric system is based on the power of 10. Like, what does it mean? That when we jump from one unit to another unit, when we jump from bigger unit to smaller unit, we multiply for one jump by 10. And when we move from smaller unit to bigger unit, we use division. We divide by, for one jump, we divide by 10. And we can calculate that how much we have to divide or multiply by depending on the unit we have. That is kilo, hectodeca, basic unit, deci, centi, milli. Okay, so this is well understood. Next one is the prefixes tell the story. That is, we don't need to know the full. We can simply understand that what is the meaning of kilo, what is the meaning of centi, what is the meaning of milli. That is easily understandable by us. To convert from a bigger unit to a smaller, जब हम bigger से smaller की तरफ जाते हैं, then what do? We multiply, and when we move from smaller to bigger, we divide. This is the whole basic thing for our measurement chapter. That is very, very important for all of you. I hope you all will remember it, because without this, you cannot solve any question on this chapter. I can give you this in written if you want. Okay. Now, let's start with our exercise number 7, right? We have already done till exercise 6. I hope you will complete it in your notebook. Whenever you come back, you have to show me. So first one is, first you have to mention date, 13th January 2026. Chapter 11, measurement. Exercise 7. Okay. So now, what is the first question? The first question is add, or we can say find the sum of. Option number 1. Let's write the option 1, that is 15 meter 25 centimeter. 15 meter 25 centimeter into, sorry, and we don't have to convert, we have to add, and 8 meters 65 centimeters. Now we can easily see here that we have two different measurement units when we are talking about the first question. We have meter and centimeter. We know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. Whenever we do such types of questions, the first thing is that we have to add both of them separately. That means that meters will be added separately and centimeters will be added separately. If by any chance the sum of the centimeters come more than 100 or equal to 100, अगर 100 के equal या 100 से ज़्यादा आ जाता है तो that will be carried over to the meter side. Why? Because 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So first write meter and centimeter. How many meters do we have here? We have 15. So 15 and 25 centimeters, 25 here. 8 meters, 65 centimeters, 8 and 65. Now we have to add separately. So we will already write in the answer also that this is the answer for centimeter and this is the answer for meter. 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So 0 here and 1 carry. 6 plus 2 plus 1. 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. So we have 90 centimeter. 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. So 3 here and 1 carry. 1 plus 1, 2. 23 meters and 90 centimeters will be our answer for first option. 23 meters, 90 centimeters. Would you like to try the next one? I hope you will be able to solve it by yourself. Try the next question. That is option B. It is 75 kg, 250 grams. 75 kg, 250 grams plus 62 kg, 127 grams. Okay. Now what we have to do? First, we know that we have kg and gram. What does this show? That we have the measurement of weight, that how light or how heavy an object is. Now grams and kilograms. How many? What is the conversion between them? 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams, right? So we have to add again separately, kilograms differently and grams differently. So how many kilograms are here? 75. And how many grams are here? 250. 250 grams. 62 kgs and 127 grams. Again, the answer we write will also be written separately. Kg and grams. Kg for kilograms and G for grams. 0 plus 7 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 1 is 3. So 377 grams. Next, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. So 137 kilogram and 377 grams. This is our answer for option B. Option number C. Option number C is 42 kilometer, 42 kilometer, 175 meter, 175 meter added to 69 kilometer, 675 meter. Okay, when we solve it, we will add kilometer and meter differently. So kilometer will be here and meter will be here. How many kilometers are in the first one? 42 kilometers and 69 kilometers in the next one. 42 and 69, if we talk about meters, we have 175 meters here and 675 meters in the next one. Okay, then we have meter and kilometer. 5 plus 5, as we all know, 5 plus 5 is 10. So 0 and 1 carry. 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 1, 15. So 5 and 1 carry. 6 plus 1 plus 1. 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 1, 8. 850 meters. 9 plus 2, 11. 1 and 1 carry. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. So 111 kilometers and 850 meters. This is the answer for option C. Option number D. Option number D, if we talk about option D, then what do we have here? 8 liters, 455 milliliters added to 16 liters, 285 milliliters. Okay, this is our question. Then we have to solve it. First, we know that liter and milliliter. So, what does this show? This shows the measurement of capacity. Liter and milliliter. Liter is the basic unit and milliliter is the smallest unit. So, we will write it separately, liter and milliliter. 8 and 16. 455 and 285. Liter and milliliter. 5 plus 5, 10. 0, 1 carry. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 8, 14. So 4 here and 1 carry. 4 plus 1, 5. Plus 2, 7. So 740 milliliters and 8 plus 16. 8 plus 6 is 14. 4, 1 carry. 24. So 24 liters and 740 milliliters. That is our answer for option D. Now we will do question number 2, option A and B, and then you will be free. Okay. So next is question 2. Question number 2 is subtract. What is the meaning of subtract? We have to minus. Subtraction. We have to follow the subtraction rule. This will be also the same way. First option is 32 kg 100 grams. 32 kg 100 grams minus 17 kg 400 grams. So kg and g, that is kilogram and gram. 32 and 100, 17 and 400. Subtraction. Answers will also be written separately. Kilogram and gram. Fine. Now what do we have here? That 100 minus 400. 400 cannot be subtracted from 100, right? 100 is smaller than 400. What we will do? We will borrow. But it is not a simple calculation or a simple basic mathematics that you do every time. It is what? A unit one. So what do we have here? Kilogram and gram. If I borrow from 1 kilogram into grams, that will be converted into grams itself. How many grams are there in 1 kilogram? 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams. तो ये क्या बन जाएगा बेटा 31 and here what will come 1000. So 1000 plus 100, 100 is already here, so it will be 1100. Okay, now what we will do? 1100 minus 400, so 0 minus 0 0 0 minus 0 0 and 11, 11 minus 4 is how much is it? 6? No, 7. 7. So 700 grams. 700 grams and how many kilograms? Again, this will be 11. 11 minus 7, 4. 2 minus 1, 1. 14 kg, 700 grams. This is the answer for your question number first. Okay. Now let's move ahead. Option B. 10 liter, 250 milliliter. 10 liter, 250 milliliter minus 5 liters, 650 milliliters. Okay. Now we have to subtract it accordingly. Then we will write it separately, liters differently and milliliters differently. So liters will be here, milliliters will be here. Now liters and milliliters show what? They show the capacity. 10 and 5. 250 and 650. Written, then we have to subtract. Then we have liter here and milliliter. Now we cannot subtract 650 from 250. Of course, 650 is bigger than 250. Then we will borrow. Now we are borrowing from liters to milliliters. जब हम liters से milliliters में कर रहे हैं तो हम क्या करेंगे बेटा? We will borrow from liters to milliliters. What does it mean? That 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. So यहाँ पर क्या बन गया 9 और यहाँ क्या बन जाएगा 1000 plus 250, that will be 1250. 1250. Then 0 minus 0 0, 5 minus 5 0, 12 minus 6 6. So the answer is 600 milliliter and 9 minus 5 4. 4 liters, 600 milliliters. This is the answer for your question number 2, option B. Now I will quickly summarize what we studied today. Then you all can easily leave the class. What we studied about? We studied about metric system. Metric system is a convenient, consistent way when we are measuring different types of things, whether it is distance or weight or capacity. We use the metric system, right? For every parameter here, whether it is length, weight or capacity, has a particular basic unit. हर एक की अपनी particular basic unit होती है. When we are talking about the length, the basic unit here is meter. When we are talking about weight, the basic unit is gram. When we are talking about capacity, the basic unit is liters, right? So every particular parameter has their own basic unit, and the power of 10 logic apply whether you are measuring length, weight or capacity. That doesn't matter. When we move from smaller units to bigger units, then what do? We When we are going up the stairs, then we use division. Now what will we divide with? We will divide by 10 depending on one jump. That one jump is equal to divide by 10. If I move from centimeter to millimeter to centimeter, then I will divide it by 10. If I am moving directly from millimeter to decimeter, then we will divide by 100. Depending on the number of jumps, one particular jump is equal to 10, whether it is division or multiplication. When will we divide? When we are moving from smaller units to bigger units. When we are moving from bigger units to smaller units, then we will use multiplication. Okay. Now, next is what? Next is the basic metric system. It goes from kilo, hecto, deca, basic unit, deci, centi, milli. Now, for assume that we are talking about weight. When we are talking about weight, the basic unit is gram, kilogram, hectogram, decagram, gram, decigram, centigram, milligram. This is the basic unit or basic metric system. The metric system is based on the power of 10. It is multiply by 10 or divide by 10 per jump. हर एक jump के लिए हम multiply by 10 और divide by 10 करेंगे. When are we doing multiplication? When we are moving from bigger to smaller units. When we are moving from smaller to bigger units, then we will divide by 10. Second important characteristic of metric system is that the prefixes tell the story. The prefixes, that is kilo, centi or milli, that is the same for weight, length and capacity. It is the same for all the three. It is not different for everyone. Okay. Next is to convert from a bigger unit to smaller unit. जब हम bigger to smaller जा रहे हैं, that is when we are going down the stairs, then we multiply, and when we are going from smaller to bigger units, to convert from a smaller unit to a bigger one, then we will divide. Okay, that is all for today, students. I hope you understood the metric system, how to convert from one unit to another unit, how to do basic operations, that is addition and subtraction in particular systems. I class and be regular. Thank you for today. Have a nice day. Enjoy your day.